Welcome to The Bottom Line, where we delve into the intricate economic forces shaping Australia's future. Today, we unpack a significant policy shift scheduled for July 1st, 2026, one that has far-reaching implications for our national economy, our labour market, and even the very fabric of our society. TI, the catalyst and current state. The catalyst for our discussion is the impending increase in Australian visa fees, particularly the staggering jump in the resident return visa, or RRV. From mid-2026, the cost of an RRV is set to climb from 490s to a substantial 1,275s. That's an astonishing 201% increase, a figure that demands closer scrutiny for its potential macroeconomic ripple effects. For many permanent residents, this isn't merely an administrative fee, it's a critical gateway to maintaining their connection with Australia, allowing them to depart and re-enter the country. To understand the immediate implications, let's turn to our technical analyst, Ben.
Adam, this particular fee adjustment stands out, even amidst a broader suite of increases across various visa categories. The RRV is crucial for hundreds of thousands of permanent residents who need to travel overseas and then return to Australia. Without a valid RRV, re-entry as a permanent resident after an overseas trip becomes problematic, potentially requiring new, more complex visa applications. The sheer magnitude of this specific increase could exert considerable financial pressure on individuals and families who are otherwise well integrated into the Australian economy. We anticipate an immediate effect on discretionary international travel plans for some, potentially leading to a slight deceleration in outbound tourism expenditure.
And Chloe, as our consumer representative, what's the sentiment on the ground regarding such a sharp increase in a fundamental administrative cost?
Adam, the immediate reaction is often one of bewilderment, followed by a tangible sense of financial starn. In an environment where the cost of living continues to be a dominant concern for Australian households, any sudden rise in non-discretionary expenses is felt acutely. Many permanent residents are already managing mortgage repayments, rental costs, and rising DLA essentials. A nearly $1,000 increase for a single visa application for a family of 4, that's almost $4,000 every 5 years. That's a sum many will struggle to absorb without adjustments elsewhere in their budgets. For those who MNTN family ties overseas, this isn't a luxury. It's a necessity, making the cost unavoidable.
T2, underlying structural drivers. This significant fee hike doesn't occur in a vacuum. It points to deeper structural drivers, particularly the ongoing balancing act between government revenue generation and Australia's broader migration policy objectives. Diana, as someone with an institutional perspective, how does such an increase align with the government's fiscal strategy?
Adam, visa fees, including the RRV, represent a non-tax revenue stream for the Australian government. In recent years, there's been an increasing trend to ensure that migration programs contribute more significantly to budget repar and operational costs of the Department of Home Affairs. This approach aligns with a user pays principle, where the beneficiaries of a government service contribute directly to its provision. Historical data shows various administrations have utilized visa fees as a lever to bolster public finances, particularly during periods requiring fiscal consolidation. The argument is often framed around ensuring the migration system is sustainable and adequately resourced, avoiding undue burden on the general taxpayer.
Diana touches on a critical point. From a purely revenue generation perspective, this RRV increase, combined with other visa fee adjustments, could inject hundreds of millions, potentially billions, into federal coffers over several years. Our macroeconomic models suggest that for every 100,000 RRV renewals, this specific fee increase alone could generate an additional $98.5 million in revenue. When you consider the hundreds of thousands of permanent residents in Australia, the aggregate figure becomes substantial. However, the long-term economic efficacy of such a strategy must be weighed against potential impacts on labor market fluidity and Australia's attractiveness as a destination for global talent. It's a fine balance between immediate fiscal GN and the sustained economic benefits of a robust and appealing migration system.
From a consumer's perspective, this user pays principle feels increasingly onerous, especially when it applies to individuals who are already contributing significantly through taxes, skills, and investment. Many permanent residents view themselves as integral parts of the Australian community, paying taxes, arsing families, and building careers here. When essential fees like the RRV see such a rapid expansion, it can feel less like a user contribution and more like an additional financial burden, potentially leading to resentment or a re-evaluation of their long-term plans.
T3, institutional and consumer divergence. This brings us to a crucial divergence: the institutional view of visa fees as a revenue stream versus the lived experience of those for whom it becomes an additional financial imposition. The implications for skilled labor retention, in particular, warrant deep consideration.
For skilled migrants, who are often vital to industries experiencing labor shortages, this fee increase adds another layer of complexity to their financial planning. Imagine an experienced nurse who migrated to Australia, working tirelessly in our healthcare system. They're contributing significantly, but now, every 5 years, they face a fee approaching $1,500, simply to MNTN their status if they wish to visit family abroad. This isn't an isolated cost. It stacks on top of rising rents, energy bills, and general inflation. For a software engineer or a medical researcher, highly sought after globally, such a significant administrative barrier could influence their decision-making process when weighing career opportunities in other nations. It's about the cumulative financial and administrative load.
Chloe highlights a legitimate concern that policymakers grapple with: the perceived value proposition of residing in Australia. While the government measures for fiscal prudence, there's an inherent understanding that Australia competes fiercely on the global stage for top talent. The policy intent behind attracting skilled migrants remains robust to fill critical labor gaps, drive innovation, and boost economic productivity. However, the immediate financial impact of such fee adjustments can sometimes create a perception of diminishing returns for individuals, even if the broader policy aims are economically sound. It's a complex dynamic where national budgetary needs meet individual financial realities.
When we talk about skilled labor retention, this RRV increase is not just about individual budgets. It's about how attractive Australia remains compared to competitor nations with potentially lower entry and maintenance costs for permanent residency. Our analysis suggests that industries already facing acute skill shortages, such as healthcare, IT, and certain engineering fields, could experience heightened challenges in retaining their international talent. Employers, who often invest heavily in sponsoring and settling skilled migrants, might find their retention strategies undercut by these increasing personal costs. This could lead to a subtle but significant shift in labor market fluidity, potentially causing a gradual outward flow of experienced professionals who might feel less anchored by increasingly expensive administrative requirements. We're not discussing a sharp decline, but rather a potential for a slower growth rate in the retention of key skilled demographics.
T4, forward macro projections. Looking ahead, the ripple effects of the RRV fee increase extend beyond individual household budgets and into the long-term macroeconomic landscape of Australia. What are the forward projections for Australia's talent pool and our competitive edge on the global stage?
Our projections indicate that without mitigating factors, Australia could see a moderate adjustment in its long-term skilled migrant retention rates. While Australia offers a high quality of life and robust economic opportunities, the cumulative financial and administrative requirements for permanent residents could influence decisions to naturalize or, conversely, to explore opportunities elsewhere. We anticipate a potential increase in the number of permanent residents opting for citizenship to circumvent future RRV costs, which in itself has administrative implications. More critically, for highly mobile professionals, a significantly higher RRV fee could subtly alter Australia's perceived value proposition, especially when competing with nations actively courting global talent with more streamlined or less costly pathways to long-term residency. This could manifest as a slower pace of talent acquisition in certain critical sectors, impacting innovation and productivity growth over the coming decades.
From the consumer and community perspective, the long-term impact could be a more insular skilled workforce, rather than a continually refreshing and vibrant one. When skilled professionals who have established lives here feel increasingly pressured by costs to MNTN their residency, it can foster a sense of being less valued. This could erode confidence and attachment, potentially leading to decisions to relocate to countries perceived as more welcoming or financially less demanding for long-term residents. The intangible cost of losing experienced professionals who contribute to our diverse communities, schools, and local economies is difficult to quantify, but undeniably significant.
From a policy standpoint, the challenge lies in continually assessing the optimal balance. While the immediate revenue benefits are clear, the long-term goal of immigration policy is to support national growth and address economic needs. Should there be evidence of a significant deceleration in skilled labor retention directly attributable to these fee increases, policymakers would naturally need to review and potentially adjust the strategy. The government monitors these trends closely, weighing the short-term fiscal GNS against the imperative to MNTN Australia's competitive edge in attracting and keeping the talent necessary for future economic prosperity. The macroeconomic impact is not simply about dollars and cents in government coffers, but about the sustained availability of human capital, which is the engine of our economy.
The July 2026 RRV fee increase, a 201% jump, represents more than just a fiscal adjustment. It's a macroeconomic experiment with profound implications for Australia's labour market fluidity, our ability to retain skilled migrants, and ultimately our nation's long-term economic trajectory. Striking the right balance between necessary government revenue and maintaining Australia's allure as a global destination for talent will be critical in the years to come. We've explored these dynamics today, focusing strictly on macroeconomic indicators, labour market trends, and historical policy patterns, without endorsing or suggesting any specific financial product. Thank you for joining us on The Bottom Line.